closed. Friggin' door handle just broke off. Howdy friends, good to see you again. Thanks for coming back. And yes, I am dual wielding
What?
eyewear right now because it's really bright outside. We're going down to Canaan Valley. And now I was here almost 1 year ago, late March of last year, and I did the Canaan loop. We're going to be going a little bit west of there, right along the river. There's lots of dispersed camping. It will be in Monongahela National Forest. We're going to see what we get into. Again, that's always part of the adventure, is trying to find a place to camp, because I don't want to pay for camping, and it's free here. So anyway, I'll see you when we find the site. Alright, we went down road, I think it's Forest or Government Road 4, coming out of Parsons. There was supposed to be some dispersed camping along the road, but so far about a half a mile in, it's a shelf road, and it went from going to gravel to, I guess, the north side of the hill here, and it's icy. It's very icy, and there is hardly anywhere to turn around. I had to go farther to find a good turnaround point, because if this is going to be the rest of the way it is, I don't think we should be going this here. It's definitely really sketchy, and it is very icy. So I had to put it in four-wheel drive, and I'm just going slow, crawling. So we're going to have to find somewhere else to go. May end up having to go back to Canaan Loop, but I did hear that part of it is closed for road work, so that ought to be interesting as well. This is all solid ice. I slid here a little bit right into that corner. Doesn't look like anybody has been back here except for maybe a side-by-side or a four-wheeler. You can see in the marks in the road, they had some tire chains on. That's about all it's really going to give you that kind of traction. I mean, I have pretty good tires. I have a KO4 BF Goodrich all-terrains on this, but I mean, ice is ice. When you're going to slide, you're going to slide. So I think it was right around this area it started to get a little bit icy, and it should be improving just a little bit. But yeah, this is a risk that I am not going to take. There's one thing that I've learned in my old age is I just don't take risks like I used to. All right, well, we're back in two-wheel drive again, and we're in the sun here, so the ice is pretty much minimal. But that was I got a little nervous there for a second, I'm not gonna lie. But went a little bit further, and it was getting really sketchy. The ice was just solid. But I found a place that bottomed out down towards where the river valley was, and was able to find a place to turn around. Praise the Lord. So that's what we did, and we're heading in the direction we came from, back in two-wheel drive. So we're going to find somewhere else to go. Coming through Davis, West Virginia, which is a cool little town. Sure has changed a lot over the years. It's very close to the Canaan Valley Resort, which is a ski resort here. And it's definitely started to develop a good bit more. We're building some new houses along the Blackwater. And it's getting a little hippy-dippy. I don't mean that in as a pejorative or anything, but it's definitely getting a little more hip. I'll tell you, it is super slick. We're on Canaan Loop Road here. The road is closed. It said, the sign said about 4.5 miles up. Local traffic only, but some reports on Onyx said that some people were still going through there and going through the sign, not listening to it, but there are some campsites available. I passed one that's too close to the road. I believe here is another one that this might work. That looks relatively flat. Let's go over a little further and see what else we can find. There it is. The road is closed. I only saw 2 dispersed campsites, so we're going to have to take one. Probably the last one we saw. That's going to have to be it. So we're going to turn around. All right, well, we found a place to camp. Man, I tell you, it's I should have aired down my tires. And I should also remember too to kind of pull forward a little bit so I don't freeze to the ground. That might not happen, but I'll probably just do it anyways. Just a hair. Yeah, it's really slick. I should air down my tires. Get a little bit more, get the tires to spread out a bit. It started getting really worse. I'm also going uphill now, but we don't have that much farther to go. I want to say we're about a mile from the entrance. So, and I'm facing out, so we'll be able to get out, should be able to get out pretty easily. But it's pretty secluded around here. Somebody obviously has been here since. It's very close to the road, which is not ideal for me, but I just got a feeling that there's not going to be a lot of people. Probably not today, at least. It is a Friday, so I think if anybody was going to be camping, they'd already be here. They're not going to be coming out at night. Speaking of night, we don't have much daylight left, so I need to get camp set up. I need to get camp set up now and get the diesel heater set up and start making some food. I need to start making some food.
Do you speak English?
No, I don't, sorry.
And of course, I need to get Leona fed too. So let's go ahead and do that. Slippery. Camp's pretty much all set up, and we are losing daylight quickly, so I still have to make dinner. Probably going to be doing that a little bit in the dark, or at least dusk, but before it gets dark, I do need to scrounge up some firewood. So we are in a pretty dense area that has a lot of spruce, so I could probably just get some dead branches and some deadfall around here. So let's go ahead and get that taken care of first, and then we'll go ahead and get dinner started. Yeah, I think this battery is cold. Now that it's running a bit, it seems to be, looks like it was bogging down before. It's pretty cool. All this rhododendron. It's an evergreen plant. It's actually the state tree of West Virginia. And even though it's evergreen, it does these curls of leaves like this in the wintertime. And what I read is that it does that to kind of reduce the surface area to keep, because it takes the moisture back down into the roots, and it also reduces the surface area to kind of reduce any damage that the frost might do when it freezes. Snow is so deep that without a chopping block here, I can't split it. So I had to whip it, do it that way. Wonder if that'll last us one night. It might. Lightning nugget, these are great. I use these at home for my wood stove as well. Starting barbecue too. I think we're gonna do a log cabin. Maybe a hybrid log cabin and a teepee, we'll see. All right, let's get some dinner started, and it's approaching dusk now, so gonna be making dinner in the dark again. Now, since next week is Mardi Gras, and I figured that I would make some jambalaya, because I do love Cajun cuisine. To make things easy tonight, we are gonna cut up some chicken breasts, and some chicken thighs, of course, and some bacon and some sausage. But to make things a little easier too, I brought some home dehydrated Trinity. Trinity is the green bell peppers, celery, and onions, white onions. So let's go ahead and get some water heated up first to get those Trinity rehydrated, and then we'll start cutting up the meats. We got here some andouille sausage. £1 pound, or one package. It's Johnsonville. That's all that I can get. I live in Pennsylvania. I don't even know where to get real andouille. All right, this water is boiling. I've got a silicone measuring cup here with the dehydrated Trinity. Just going to add some boiling water to that. And let that rehydrate. Again, these are chicken thighs. Some people do white meat, but I don't know. I just feel like it's just ends up being too dry, especially when you're cooking this and simmering it for a while. Jambalaya can end up being a dry dish sometimes anyways too, so definitely don't want. I don't like white meat in it. I do like white meat chicken. I just don't like it in my jambalaya or my gumbo. Got the bacon sliced. Got the andouille cut up too. All of the chicken thighs are cut up, and I smash and dice the garlic. So we're all set to go there. Starting to get cold, I'll tell you guys. So, funnily enough, when I looked at the weather for Davis, which is the next town, it is a bit of a lower elevation than us, but we're only about maybe 3 miles away from it, maybe a little more, not much. The high today was like in the 40s, and tomorrow it's supposed to be 60. But we're a little bit of higher elevation, and it's a little bit cold. See, right now is thermometer in there says that it's 25 degrees Fahrenheit out here. Oh, I'm sorry about this. 25 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, January 22nd of this year, in the Canaan Valley, which is just next over from us, they had a record low temperature 27.4 below zero, which made it the coldest place in the contiguous United States for that day. And it's kind of like a valley, but it's a high elevation. It's about 3,100 or 3,400 feet above sea level, and then the mountains that are above that, which are about 1,000, 1,200 feet higher, the cold air drifts down to that. And it's like a heat sink. I'm sorry, it's like a cold sink. So that's why it often gets really cold over there. But outside, it's cold here. I'll tell you, 25 degrees is pretty darn cold. It's probably going to get down into the teens tonight, so I'm probably going to have to start the truck a couple of times. Just make it a little bit easier for cold starting. Where push comes to shove, I got the Mr. Buddy heater. I can light that up underneath the oil pan tomorrow morning for an hour or so and heat that up. That'll help with the cold start, but it seems to be doing a little bit better now. I changed it through the glow plug relay, because it's got brand new glow plugs, but the relay was bad, so it was not heating up the glow plugs at all. So it was basically just turning over, just blowing out white smoke, which is unburnt fuel. But I got to fix. So we're going to pull this off. Okay. And then I'm going to get this pot on here, lower the temperature, and get that ready for the bacon. But while we're doing that, let me show you here how I close the PRV valve. I've got this portable air compressor. Going to put that in there. It's a ball lock fitting, and we're going to fill it up with compressed air. So then I just have this sprayer attachment here that I put on a liquid ball lock fitting. Let's get it just like that. And hot water. I'm going to stick that in the camper. That's going to make the cleanup a little bit easier. You staying warm, Beans? Being a good girl? Let's see. 21 degrees Fahrenheit outside, 66.4 inside. All right, well, I missed the part where I dumped in the Trinity. So I put the Trinity inside there, and it's had a little bit of water to it as well. So I went around and scraped the bottom, all the fond off the bottom to deglaze it, because that is flavor. That's why we do it this way. That is flavor. So the Trinity was already rehydrated in some hot water. I'm just gonna let those flavors blend together here, and let's go ahead and go in with the garlic. That's frozen. It's cold out here. I think the forecast that I looked at earlier for Davis does not apply here because we're close to Canaan Heights, so I think we're about a good 800,000 feet above Davis. All right, let's go ahead and go in with the chicken because it's starting to freeze. There we go. Last checked, it was 23 degrees outside, so it's fluctuating a little bit, but it is cold. Now we're just going to go in with a little bit of Cajun seasoning. Black pepper. All right, now we're going to go in with some homemade chicken stock that I did last July. But I'm going to take off some of this fat cap here because that's just a little excessive. And this is partially frozen. I thawed it out overnight in the fridge. It was almost thawed out, but it's very cold outside, so it's got that working against me too. Now, if this was unfrozen, it would have an extreme jiggle factor because that's how homemade stock is. It's got all that collagen in it. That was about 4.2 cups, and it wasn't all the way to the top, so I got 2 cups of rice, so it should be just about enough. We may let it, reduce for a little bit more. Let's get that heat back up. I'd probably just knock down the temperature with that. Yeah, that's getting a lot better. You know what? I'm just going to take this home and run that through the dishwasher. Everything's freezing up. Difficult trying to even dry wash dishes outside when it's this cold. I mean, everything's just freezing up real quick. I might even just put the lid on this and throw it in my big blue box and just clean that when I get home instead of having to deal with it tonight. I'll probably do that. All right, that's clearly boiling now, so I'm gonna let that just simmer for a minute. I like to do about 3 3/4 to 3 7/8 cups of water for 2 cups of rice. Just a little bit less water. I just think the 1 to 2, the 2 to 1 ratio is just a little bit too much water. And what I normally do, and I thought about doing, was rinsing my rice, but I don't have time for that. And it's just too darn cold outside. So we're just going to go straight in. Straight in. It is flipping cold outside. It's definitely colder than my last trip. Well, maybe it was about the same. I don't know. I think it's just the snow on my feet. It makes my feet a little bit colder. But like I mentioned before, I wish I brought my coveralls, but it's not that bad. I'll be okay. So I'm just waiting for the jambalaya to have the rice finish cooking. And I think because I don't feel like dealing with a bunch of dishes with everything icing up, probably just gonna eat the sucker right out of that big old pot And then when I'm done, I'm just going to transfer it to a big bag, throw that in the 12-volt fridge, and just toss the Dutch oven in my big box, and I'll wash that when I get home. I think that'd be the easiest thing to do, since we lost so much time today with the first spot I went to not working out. Even though fortunately I was able to turn around, so that was very good. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not surprised. Like it was supposed to be a really mild day today, which is really kind of unusual because just like a lot of the east, everything east of Mississippi, the past few weeks it's been bitterly cold. Even back home, it's been bitterly cold for the last 2 or 3 weeks. I keep trying to get Liana to stay warm inside the cabin or the camper. She keeps wanting to come outside. She needs to be by me all the time. She loves her daddy. Don't you, girl? Good girl. That was interesting. Sounds like somebody hit a log. So we've got some visitors. They're on electric bikes. I'll tell you, I've been having a hard time with this the spruce here. Even what I thought was deadfall, not that dry. I've been having to put the blower on it multiple times, and yeah, it's just it's not been fun. But it is burning, albeit slowly. So I apologize for the lack of audio quality. My wireless mic is charging. It ran out of juice. So the jambalaya is done. I took it off the burner. It's cooled now. It was piping hot, so I figured since it's so freaking cold outside, I'd help cool it down a bit. Like I mentioned earlier, because it's so cold to have to dry wash dishes out here. I'm just gonna eat it right out of the container, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Steamy. Smells delicious. Jammed up jambalaya. Yeah, man. Sausage, andouille sausage, bacon. Got some chicken thighs, dark meat. Of course, the Holy Trinity. Some garlic, rice, and some Cajun seasoning. Oh, I am so hungry. Let's get to town. What do they say in down New Orleans? Laissez les bon temps rouler? Pretty sure nobody says that. That's good. As usual, I'd say with this, the rice is just a hair undercooked. Just a hair. That hits a spot though. Just never gets old. The big thing is that when I'm out camping, I don't like to cut corners around eating. I know there's a time and a place for keeping things simple, and I do that as well. But I just love cooking outdoors. I love barbecuing. I love making dishes that are traditionally cooked outdoors, like like some jambalayas. Like when when people down there in Louisiana will have a big party. You'll see those gigantic, Cajun woks. They'll be making up a jambalaya for like 30 or 40 people. But I enjoy doing it outside. It is a bit of a challenge sometimes, especially in the wintertime. But I guess what I'm saying is that I just enjoy making really good food. Eat in the outdoors, with very limited resources. And, because you go out camping and you're outdoors, whether it's winter or summer, there's no reason just to keep things simple. You can, but you can also, make it something special. That's what I like to do. Beansy, you being a good girl? You are such a trooper, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You want to say hi? She does have her coat on, and I've got her happy hoodie too, but she keeps shaking it off. I keep putting her inside the camper where it's warm, but she keeps wanting. She wants to come back out. She just has. She loves being around me. She's a good girl. She's such a loyal companion. She just turned 9 years old a couple weeks ago. Up here. Good. Up here. Good girl. Good girl. I got you. Okay. So the one good thing about not wearing my coveralls or my overalls is that I don't have to remove them just to get inside, even though I am wearing a fair amount of layers right now. Started the truck, ran it again for a little bit, brought it up to about 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Check the weather, it looks like that the low is going to be 21 degrees tonight. And that's in Davis, but Davis is a little bit of lower elevation. We're higher, so I think it's going to get colder than that. I really don't know. If I was to guess, it's probably going to get down to maybe 18, possibly 16 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's a little chilly. There's hooks around here. Whew.
New camp said, I don't have a new recipe actually.
Oh, friends, it's getting late, and I'm getting tired. But we are comfy in here. It's about 65 degrees inside here. I got the temperature just perfect for sleeping, and Liana's tucked in with me right here. That's how she sleeps. On my side, with her head facing towards my feet. That's how she always does it, even at home. But I am tired. Oh, excuse me. And I think we'll turn it for the night. I'm going to try to get up tomorrow morning. And we'll see how we can get the day started. I'm not sure how cold it's going to get tonight. So anyways, my friends, thanks for hanging out thus far. I really appreciate it, but I'm going to go to bed, and I will see you in the morning. Good morning. Slept really good. It's a little windy outside, but not enough to shake around the camper. But I had to have both windows open. It's getting a little warm in here. But having both windows open kind of kept it about, so what did it say? It was about 61 degrees inside here. It was just warm enough to where I could throw my my comforter over and not be too hot. It was perfect. Had a nice breeze going through here too, so that was nice. Let's see, Liana. Good morning. Say good morning. You sleep good, Beans? So, it's about, oh, it's almost 8 o'clock. I'm in no rush. Packing up is going to be really easy. As for breakfast, I don't know, I want to go do a couple of things. So I actually have, like, and I don't normally do this, but I do have a Mountain House breakfast skillet that's been in my chuck box for a couple of years now. I'll probably eat that and just have a cup of tea, and I think that'll be it. And then we'll pack up and go check out like Blackwater Falls. So let's get going. First things first, let's go ahead and see the status of the truck's temperature. Get this warmed up. So it's 23 degrees outside. Okay. Okay. Okay, so EOT, engine operating temperature, it's 38 degrees. That's not that bad, so that's the temperature of the oil. Gonna go ahead and let the glow plugs just do their thing for about 30 seconds. And then we'll crank it over. Not bad. I'm gonna go ahead and put it up into high idle now. Let it warm up a little faster. That way when it's time to go. That way when it's time to go, you just get in, roll out. I don't think I've ever had this one before. This is a Mountain House breakfast skillet. I don't normally do these because kind of expensive, and I like to cook for myself, but I don't feel like doing that this morning. It's cold last night. I'm just not in the dishwashing mood on a cold day when it's windy like this. Most of my water's already frozen anyways too, so I can't even clean up. Not bad. Not bad. course, Liana's already had her. She's already had her dinner. I mean, her breakfast. Ooh, that's hot. Tea is hot. Temperature hot. And the last thing we got to do here is clean up a little bit. I did find somebody left some trash there. Not sure what that is. Looks like part of a shoe, probably. Somebody's trash bag. These people just drive me nuts. Somebody else's mountain house bag. And that's some dog poop. That's from Atlanta. I'll pick that up. But yeah, I'm going to try to clean this stuff up real quick. Oh my God. What is this? Oh my God. This is literally somebody else's complete trash. Unbelievable, man. I don't know why I get so bothered about it. I had to take off my beanie because I was getting a little bit too hot and put on some gloves because I don't know what this is, man. Glad I brought this big trash bag. I shouldn't have to be doing this, but I am. You know, I'm gonna have to get a zip tie. We are exiting the Canaan Loop from the direction that I came. It's a little bit of an incline, which makes it a little bit more tricky. I really should have aired down my tires a bit, and I probably still could have here, but I didn't have that short of a distance to go. And it's not terribly bad as long as you're confident and you're trying to bulldog through it. And I didn't want to have to air back up, which takes like 20 minutes because these tires are a high pressure because it's a 1-ton truck. But anyway, we are exiting here. I can see the gate coming up, and we're going to be off this hard packed snow ice. And it was slippery. I mean, just from walking on it, it was like there were some areas at camp where it was just solid ice. I slipped one time off camera, and I almost bit it about 2 or 3 other times right where the camper was. I had to get out. Just very, very slick. It's warming up a little bit. It's about 35 degrees now. Okay. All right, we are on pavement, so let's go ahead and Get these hubs freed up. Friggin' door handle just broke off. This is the second one. This one's metal. See that? Just snap right off. Unreal. Feels good to be back on pavement again. So yeah, we're gonna go check out Blackwater Falls because it's turned out to be a pretty nice day, and it is warming up a bit. It's above freezing. Nice and sunny. So, and I think it's been mild for a few more days, so some of the ice might have freed up, and there actually is flowing water than just, you know, frozen waterfall, which I think would still be cool to look at. So I guess we're gonna find out. Oh, it's getting bright. Time to dual wheel it again. Easily on a. Man, this is so slippery. This is like solid ice. Over here, Betsy. I didn't think it'd be as bad. Holy smokes. Leanna, you gotta be careful, girl. Be careful. This is treacherous. You ever been here before? No. Okay, I was going to ask how much farther down it is. Surprised how busy it is here, even though it's completely treacherous and icy. Look at that. Oh wow. Careful, girl. Oh, you're gonna pull me to my death. Come on, let's go. Easy. Whoa. It's gonna take me all afternoon to get down and up these stairs. Oh, there's guys over there ice climbing. Check that out. That's actually ice climbing. A lot more grip than me. Wow.
Hi, friend.
Oh,
Hey, buddy.
you gonna say hi? You gonna say hi?
Hi, friend.
Oh.
Back into her clothes.
Yeah, she's getting old. I gotta make sure she's warm. She's about 9 years old now.
Aw. She looks young.
Yeah, she does. She acts young. Her bones are getting old. Yeah, you gonna say hi? You don't want to say hi?
She's like,
She is very friendly. She's just a lot going on here. She's just all the new smells, the sounds.
we're watching somebody climb this mountain right now.
I know, I saw it.
This waterfall.
All right, guys. Well, I think that wraps up this video here. Blackwater Falls was awesome. I didn't get a chance to see it last March. It was treacherous to go down those stairs and all the ice, but it ended up being a really beautiful day. It is about 42 degrees Fahrenheit outside, which is incredibly different than how it was last night. So, but anyway, today is Saturday, February 14th, Valentine's Day. So make sure you go and spend that special time with somebody you love. Me and Leon are going to go home to see my wife, and yeah, we're going to do something special too once we get home too. But thanks again for coming along, guys. Really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget just to hit like and subscribe, share with your friends, and leave a comment too. I respond to every single comment, every single one. So until next time, guys, thank you so much for coming along, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.